Thanks for checking out my Thinkific Review and Demo. Here I'm going to be going over some of the biggest features that this online course platform has to offer, then as well giving you the pricing, pros and cons, and my thoughts about if it's going to be worth it or not. Now, one thing before I begin, I do want to let you know that if you want to check out Thinkific, you can click the link in the description, and the reason I'm telling you now is because if you do that, you'll get an extended 30-day trial, as you can see right here, compared to the normal 14-day trial that you're normally going to get. My way of saying thank you for checking out this review. With that out of the way, let's get right on into it and I'll show you how it works. So if your plan is to create courses using Thinkific, I think you're going to be in really good hands here. Right off the bat, you can actually describe to your audience what they'll want to learn, and Thinkific will use AI to help you create an outline. As shown right here, I just have a simple little description about a course that helps you use TikTok to pretty much generate leads and sales. Let's say we want to use that. You can always skip it if you don't, but let's click on Create. Alright, so here's the cool thing. After that is done, what it's going to do is go through and pretty much create most of your course for you, especially the outline and the landing page. Now, if I scroll down right here, it's going to specifically show Unlock the Secrets to TikTok Success. So it utilizes AI to create these captivating headlines for you, so a lot of the hard work is actually going to be done on your landing page. As you can see, this is mostly going to be templated where you can go in, change around some of the images, some of the other text, but if you had any type of trouble creating this in the first place, a lot of it is going to be done for you using AI, and that's a nice little touch. Overall, it is going to be pretty bland, but I'll get back to the landing page a little bit after. Let's check out the curriculum to show you how that works. So something I really like about Thinkific is not only is it kind of clean and very easy to use, you're going to see on the left side that there's going to be simply chapters and lessons. So the big bold sections are going to be chapters. It says Introduction to the TikTok Success, Content Creation Essentials, Building Your Audience, Sales Funnel Creation, and Monetization Strategies. This is ultimately everything that I talked about in it. And what's even better is that even if some of these aren't working well for you, you can go in, you can delete it, you can add more. Let me just give you an example. When you have your chapters here, all you have to do is click on adding a lesson here. And let's say we want to do a video. There's multiple different modalities that you can choose from, including quizzes, text, audio, PDFs, downloads, and many more. But let's say we go to a video. Alright, and let's say it's going to be called the Affiliate Blueprint Explained. We have a video from a library. If you don't have it, you can upload it. There's also the ability to manage the video settings. So yes, you can change things around, say like closed captions, thumbnails, update settings. And this is also going to track your video performance analytics, so you can actually see who and how many of your students are going to be actually watching them. So that's a good thing to see. A lot of times when people pick up a course, they unfortunately don't go through all of it. So if you'll notice that maybe not enough people are watching specific chapters or specific lessons, you can highlight them, make them mandatory to watch, just so people will get more watch time out of it. Because when you think about it, the more your customers and students actually watch it, the higher chances that they're going to actually go through and implement whatever they're learning. Okay. Obviously, the ability to add text, this is going to be optional since we have a video on this page, and the same thing with downloads. Aside from that, there are some bells and whistles when it comes to creating some of the actual lessons. You can make it a free preview lesson. In case you've ever been to a supermarket before, in case like you've never done that before, they'll give you a sample of cheese and say, hey, do you like this? Okay, why not get the whole thing? This is the same idea here, so that when you're creating your landing page, you can show maybe one of the juiciest videos just to kind of give them an appetizer of what to expect for the whole course. You can make specific videos prerequisites, like I talked about previously. If people aren't watching them, make it mandatory so that they have to watch it before they can move on. You can enable discussions for this if you want. You can also make it downloadable, which I don't recommend because a lot of people can steal them and just pretty much upload them all over the internet. Probably something you don't want to do. As an example, let's just click on save right here. So it's very straightforward when it comes to adding lessons, and I will show you one more example because there are a few things you can do, and I know a quiz is going to be a popular one, so let's give it a title here. Alright, so I have a question here that I just copied and pasted, and of course we have our choices here. This is going to be the right answer. Let's just say that's going to be choice 2 could be, say, IG for Instagram. You can do another choice here, so choice 3 could be, say, YouTube. And this is just going to be an example when you are creating quizzes. You can do a little bit more in terms of having an explanation as to the reason why. And as you can see, like you can require a passing grade if you want someone to continue, so it's like a real quiz. You can enable discussions and pretty much a lot of the other things that you saw previously. And once again, I'm just going to click on save there. So when it comes to actually uploading and kind of organizing your course, I think Thinkific does a fantastic job there. Very straightforward, very clean, very simple. That's what I like to see, because I know a lot of times creators have their course, it's done, they want to upload it quickly, they want to start selling it, and Thinkific can definitely help you do that. With that in mind, there's plenty of good settings that you can play around with too. And as I talked about with simplicity, you have your curriculum, and you can just keep on going down this line here until you're done and hitting publish. Let's click on settings very quickly. And here you're going to see a lot of the basics that are mostly going to be very essential when it comes to selling your course. Obviously, this was created with AI. You would want to change your course name if needed. There's image and description, so you can actually have an image to it, and so people know what it's going to be all about. Obviously, you can upload it there. If you want to change around the course player appearance, you can do that, maybe to match your brand. Maybe you want a dark theme or a light theme. You know, that's going to be up to you. There isn't a whole lot of customization overall when it comes to Thinkific, but there's going to be a few sections like this that you just might like, a few bells and whistles here and there, but nothing game breaking in my opinion. Another big one is going to be the drip schedule, which is very easy to do. So if you enable this right here, you can do enable, you can do save settings, and it's going to show up on top right here. So let's click this. And this is very easy to do. So in the beginning, ideally, when someone signs up, so through a student enrollment date, that means the drip settings are going to start. You can change around for a specific student start date or on a specific date. In my opinion, this is probably going to be the best one. So if we click on save here, now what you can do is go to this specific section. So here, everything in the introduction is going to get enrolled immediately. So when they purchase, they're going to see all of these. Now, say you want to wait a little bit, you go to the next section, you can just change this to 1 day. It's really going to be up to you, and that's how you can actually drip feed specific content. You can save that. You can go to the next one. Maybe this one's going to be 2 days later, and save. Or you could just do everything all in the beginning. But I will give you a tip. If you want to include an unannounced bonus, you can add it in as a module and set it for 30 days. And you can let them know that, hey, once you go through this course and 30 days have passed, you're going to get this unannounced bonus. And that's just a quick tip when it comes to getting more value and using the drip schedule feature at the same time. Pricing is pretty straightforward. You do have a few options for it when it comes to one-time payment, subscription, and monthly payment plans. And for this, you're going to be utilizing Stripe to integrate with Thinkific, so you can, of course, make some sales that way. You can choose what you want to do for your price, enrollment duration. So this could be kind of like if you're doing a launch. So a few things to play around with there overall with the pricing. All right, and then we move on to the landing page editor. In my opinion, probably like my least favorite aspect of it. This is just going to be what it looks like. I will have to say that it is nice that it utilizes AI and actually creates this for you, because I know a lot of people might have trouble when it comes to creating a captivating headline, especially if you're a creator, you're very passionate about the courses that you create. You just might not be as good as marketing yet, and that's completely understandable. You know, I had been there many years ago, so sometimes it takes time, but AI can definitely help you with that. With that in mind, allow me to show you the landing page editor right here by clicking on Edit Page. And in my opinion overall, probably one of the most basic landing page editors I've ever used. If you look at the top right here, you have desktop, you have mobile preview, you have some page settings that you can change around, and last but not least, there's going to be brand style. So if you want to change any of the fonts, colors, or corners, you can definitely do that. But everything else is literally going to be clicking on it, you know, right here, changing the text, going down right here, so adding pictures. So if you wanted to go right here, you can upload a different one. This makes it very basic and easy for anyone who is also looking to get up and running very quickly, but just don't expect anything really groundbreaking from the landing page editor. This is going to be auto-populated with all of the course curriculum that you've already created, so that's a good thing. You don't have to worry about anything there. And everything else is pretty much just going to be touch and go. You know, click on this, change it around, edit. There is something that I have yet to find, and I do not see an undo button. I don't know if I'm blind, if I have dad eyes, whatever it's going to be. It can be quite annoying, especially if you go through, you save something and realize, oh wait, I didn't want to do that. At the end of the day, it's not a big deal, because if you want to add a new section, you just go right there, you add it in, and you go from there. So it would be nice at least if there was an undo section, just something I'm a little picky about since I've used so many landing page builders in my online career. All right, so let's take a quick look at the Thinkific pricing plans. In my opinion, they're pretty good. You know, getting started on a basic plan is only going to be $49 per month. Not too shabby. If you did want to save more, you can go with the annual pricing and save 25% in case you were curious. Now, taking a look at this, if you're just getting up and running, basic is probably going to be great for you. I love the fact that it comes with unlimited courses, even at their basic plan, which is nice, so you can really just go nuts with that. It does come with one community, and I didn't get to show you that, so let me do that very quickly. And I'd have to say, very similar to the landing page builder, overall, it's pretty straightforward. It's kind of like if you wanted to use a Facebook group, but you didn't want to keep people on Facebook because it's so distracting. It even looks like Facebook in my opinion, but it's a great way where you can actually go in, create posts, talk to people, and just pretty much move anyone from other platform to actually Thinkific in your specific community. Not a whole lot of bells and whistles here, but it is a nice touch that they at least added it in. And as you can see, you go down with the basic plan. You're looking at some digital downloads, coaching and webinar sessions, the website builder, email automation, and some of the nice bells and whistles here include coupons and discounts as well as order bumps. As you move on up, you're going to see that you get many more features and perks as well. So like, for example, if you're looking at start, you're probably looking to scale here. So this, you do get unlimited coaching and webinar sessions, unlimited digital downloads, live sessions, memberships, and a whole lot more as you can go through. But this is just a very quick look at the pricing that you can expect when it comes to Thinkific overall. Now, I do have to say, I've reviewed a lot of online course platforms, and most either overpromise or overwhelm. With Thinkific, it keeps things clean, easy, and mostly frustration-free. Let's see where it shines and where it could use a little bit more polish. So creating courses here is a breeze. The interface is simple, intuitive, and doesn't require a PhD in tech wizardry to get started. A big win there. And the pricing, surprisingly generous, especially considering you can create unlimited courses even on their beginner plan. It's perfect for getting your digital empire off the ground without sacrificing your coffee budget. And as previously mentioned, they've tossed in some thoughtful extras like coupons, discounts, and order bumps, small but mighty features that give your sales a healthy nudge. These are kind of like bells and whistles you didn't realize you needed until they're sitting there making your life easier. With that in mind, now let's talk about some things that didn't exactly blow my socks off. So the landing page editor is, well, about as basic as it gets. This could be a pro if you like simplicity, but don't expect anything too advanced or fancy here. Also, did they forget the undo button, or is it just playing hide and seek on me? Then there's the community feature. I love that it exists, especially for anyone trying to ditch the chaos of Facebook groups, but again, it's pretty bare bones. Great if you want a distraction-free zone, not so great if you are hoping for a fully loaded social hub. But still, for the core purpose of uploading and selling your online courses, Thinkific nails it. It's smooth, reliable, and includes a nice variety of features, even if a few feel a little bit stripped down. So overall, Thinkific is a solid recommendation, especially for creators who want to launch quickly without getting lost in a maze of settings. It's not flashy, but it gets the job done, and that's what really counts. I want to say thank you so much for watching my Thinkific review again, and of course, if you want to test them out, I do recommend clicking that link in the description. It will give you an extended 30-day trial as opposed to getting the 14 days that you normally might get. My name is James, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoy Thinkific.